Okay, I just thought I'd show you guys my van. I did a few updates lately on it, and just show you my setup. This is my Ford Transit 250. So one of the first things I did, I put in these parts bins for all my parts. Allows me to carry a lot more inventory. And I got this, I was doing a job for a customer and he had this in his garage, and I ended up trading the job for it. So I built that into the cabinets. So this cabinet actually had a cabinet underneath it that covered up the wheel well, and I was able to put this in, and then there was a little gap here, so I put this shelf in here to hold my power drills, my drills, and a few of my power tools. Die grinder down at the bottom. And then underneath here I have all of my parts bins that have all my small parts, and those pull out with a rod. And then underneath I have my safe drill rigs and my computer programmers for different cars, my big tool bag. Those binders right there, I keep all my safes that I drill out. I document all the safes that I drill out. Let's give you an example. So I have the position of the movements. Whenever I drill a safe, I photograph it, and that way if I ever come up to a safe like that again, I could know how the movement's positioned and where to drill. So both of these books under here are for my safes. And then I got all my machines. That's one of my laser duplicators. And that's just a regular copy machine. That's my Frame 2. That's my Miracle 7. And that's my Silica Ultra Code machine. And then my laptop computer for our key codes, cross-referencing VIN numbers and stuff like that. And then on the other side I have my slotter, frame and slotter for doing safety deposit box keys. And another little laser duplicator. And then down here I have, this is just a toolbox I use. These are all my drill bits, and these are like for my safe drills. That's diamond core bits. I buy those by the package of 10, and for doing safes, and just miscellaneous drill bits and stuff. The down at the bottom here, oh, my vacuum's in the way. Down at the bottom here, a couple boxes of 250 key blanks, quick set, and slage. Steering wheel puller. This box here is one of the boxes I bring in. Has all my different safe drill bits in it. There, I don't know if let's turn some light on the subject here. Let's see. All right, it has all my different safe drills in it. Emergency safe dial, a few other things. Right here, just miscellaneous screws, pins, clips, nuts and bolts I keep in this drawer. In this top drawer, different Rekeying kits, ASA Rekeying kits. I got a Best Rekeying kit. It's another ASA Rekeying kit. That's just a quick set Rekeying kit. I keep that in here because it has all the clips and stuff for ASA, or I mean for a quick set. That's neat to have. Replacement cutters for my Miracle 7. Just extra remotes and transponders. The ones I have extras I throw in this drawer. The 164 key blanks for Chrysler. Extra cutters. And then up here on the wall I have my different replacement cutters for my different machines. And then on the wall, my automotive computer chip keys I carry. Now I also have a full stock shop, so if there's something I don't have here, I'm going on a car job, I'll grab it before I go so I have the right blank. And then just my regular stock of different commercial and residential keys. My lab pin kit's down there. Oh, and then I installed this lock. So my drawers, this one doesn't have locking drawers, so I had to install this flip over lock so it locks it, so it'll lock it from going open. Move those out of the way. So Automotive Rekeying Kit. This is another lab best rekeying kit. This is my safety deposit box puller. These are all 9-volt batteries I use for my safe keypads. I got quite a few of them in here. These are packages of 12 9-volts. You know, I got sick and tired of buying the 9-volts in the 2 packs and getting ripped off, so I buy the industrial Pro Cell Duracells. And they're commercial for businesses can buy them. And let's see what else I got down here. I got double A's, triple A's, number stamps, a metal stamping block, so I can put that up on the counter. I got the number stamps. Here's some Bests or Arrow IC cores. This one just has shims, hammers. These are the threaded studs that you use on aluminum frame doors, and you have this tool here to put them in. So if you get a handle that pulls off of aluminum door, what you do is you'll use this tool here, and you put this insert in. It's a sleeve that goes in there, and this tool will basically put this rivet. It's a threaded rivet that goes in the door, so you could thread the handle piece back on to aluminum frame doors. Down here's my electrical stuff when I'm doing a couple different voltmeters. Got a voltmeter back there, different shrink tubing when I'm doing low voltage. Just different electrical fittings when I'm wiring in different systems. Down at the bottom here, my Leashy tool set with all my Leashy tools for cars. Here is this is key decks. Emergency dial, and then safe change key set. So that's for doing safes. You know, if I can get it back in there right, there we go. And then this side here, welding rods for welding up safes, files. Different socket sets. Again, different socket sets. There's an ELS audit keypad right there. New in the box, ready to go. There's an old HPC lockpick set. Got lockpick sets everywhere. So, just more sockets. Wrenches, sockets. Just, you're always using sockets. You're always taking apart car ignitions, car doors, pivot hinges, all kinds of stuff. So you basically need just about every socket there is. So I have it. Down at the bottom, Master Rekeying Kit. Those are my Toyota chip keys and remotes. Some of the books I carry on the van. I have the US Lock book, my Freeman 2 code book, the Herbert Flake book. This here is my Ultra code numbers. This is for my Silica Ultra code machine. So this is all the cards, ILCO cards. So if I have to look up a manufacturer, I can have a card number. I don't have to go on the computer to look it up. So, and that's a free download. If you have a Silica Ultra code machine, you can go online and print that off. Up top here is all my inventory of my ball handles and deadbolts. And up top here, code electronic keypad, MTech electronic deadbolt. I got 2 commercial, one there and one here, commercial entrance, mortise locks, grade 1 door closer. Inside of the drawers, I got my manual safe locks and more electronic combination locks. And in here is just miscellaneous parts, strike plates, latch guards, you know, a whole bunch of different miscellaneous parts that locksmiths use. One neat thing, I got this from someone else online when they were showing off their van, and I've had many different key setups. I've had keys in drawers. I found out that this really works nice for me. They're just wire nuts on there. You just twist them to take them off, twist them to put them on. I've used the key hooks where they loop up around. They're made out of plastic. I've used ones that are made out of metal. They're painted but to get the key off, and when you go over a pothole, they do still fall off. The clips fall off. I went with pegboard. These are Lucky Line racks. You know, in the shop we use a lot of Lucky Line keys, and they sell you the whole rack with all the keys. Well, over a few years I've had a mess of these racks, so what I did is I just used the racks, put them in the van, and then just using wire nuts in the end, and I love it. You know, I've used drawers before where you put them in drawers, but still you go over a pothole, they're bouncing out of the drawers, mixing up. I've used the plastic totes, you know, where they'll you have the different compartments and you have the plastic totes, but you still have to pull the thing out. This is so much time saving having them up here, because you know what you're out of, you know what you need to order, you know, you got your RV keys, you know, all your Yale keys, your best commercial keys, your ASA V10s, your, you know, your US lock keys. So you know, you got a good layout. You got a good layout of your automotive, what your basics that you carry. I did engrave all of the bins so you could see what I have in those tags. So that turned out nice. And up at the front I have just a bunch of my Ryobi power tools. They're not the best, but they work good, and I own them, so I use them all the time. We got my oils and die grinder blades, and I have switched my die grinder. I switched it to I'll show you this, guys. This is kind of neat. I switched my die grinder to let me pull it out here. I got sick of changing because I'd always break these die grinder blades, so I ended up switching my die grinder blade to a metal diamond die grinder blade. So see how it says lasts 1,000 times. So this is made by Lennox. This is for cutting metal. And a lot of times diamond die grinder blades are for cutting concrete, but this is for cutting metal and aluminum. This works great for cutting electric strikes, and I don't break it. Whenever I put the fiber ones in, I was always breaking them. So it's always ready to go. Cutting off padlocks, cutting in electric strikes, and I haven't wore it out yet. So you can see the little diamonds there. It's pretty cool. So I'm really happy with that. And then as far as my cordless drills I use all the time, I use these old 18-volt DeWalt's, and this I put a keyed chuck on because a lot of times you're drilling, especially if you're drilling out a lock cylinder, the chuck will slip as soon as you hit into the next tumbler. With one of these keyed chucks, you can really torque down that 1/4-inch drill bit, and it doesn't slip. And then I also carry the regular chuck. I use a plunge router. I use that for my major manufacturing Adams Wright jig for cutting in aluminum doors. And this is another die grinder. This does have a concrete blade in it, and you know, a lot of times under the thresholds, when you'll have a threshold that lifts up, you could pop off the threshold and grind down the concrete a little bit, and then re-put the threshold down. So I got that in there for that. This is my everyday bag that I grab. It's a lot lighter than carrying the big bag, and it has 90% of everything I need in it. And then for my small tools, let's see. These are my hand tools. I use the Milwaukee, and I really love the Milwaukee because they're a light tool. They use a real small battery, so yeah, those are great too. Just thought I've done a few things lately to this van, and my power inverter's up front there. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Right up there. It's my power inverter. So I just thought I'd do a little review on my setup. This van did turn out pretty well. I'm real happy with it so far.